Okay, I want to quickly take you through how to purchase a property from a sheriff's sale. The first thing you want to do is have everything lined up. So all your financing is set to go with the bank. You have a bank that's willing to give you a cashier's check and let you take it to the courthouse to pay for this property at the end. Most banks don't do that. It's kind of an unconventional loan. I'd recommend a smaller bank to make that happen. So start working with a bank that's willing to do that. It's a check that's going to be made out to the county you're in, like clerk of courts. Second thing, you need to contact the title company right away and ask them if they can get you an uninsured title search within about 2 hours. Find a title company that can do that. Also find an attorney that's willing to look at that title within about 2 hours when the time comes. Basically what happens is the day before the sheriff's auction, the bank will place their opening bid on the house. And if it's the price you want, then you need to pay for the title search right away. And this will happen at about 12 o'clock. You'll get the bank's bid price. So then you pay for the title search. They'll take them a couple hours, so now we're at maybe 2 o'clock. Then you get that to your attorney, and they'll review it for an hour and a half. Now you're at 3:30 in the afternoon. Hopefully everything's clear. There's no second liens or second mortgages. Then you need to get to your bank and get a cashier's check for 10% down plus $1 over the bank's bid. And then that next morning you'll go to the sheriff's auction. So basically, let me show you how you find a house. First thing you do, type in, and we're in Waukesha County, type in Waukesha County foreclosure listings. It comes right up online, and you can click through the foreclosure listings, and it basically gives you the file and shows you how much they owed. This person owed $250, and this is the example we're going to use. This person owed $76,000. So what you do is you scroll down, you can see the address. Next thing you do, take the address, and I plug it into Zillow just to find out what this house is probably worth. And you can see they owed about $80. Zillow has it estimated at about $139. And so it looks like it could be a good deal. So the next step I would do is I would go drive by the property, peek in the windows, do what you can to take a look inside. You cannot enter a property without the homeowner's permission, so you may need to actually contact the original homeowner. How you do that is maybe a people search, and you'll get some emails and phone numbers, or you can do a tax search on the county website and type in the property address, and the name of the owner will come up. Contact the owners. With their permission, you can enter the property, and this is vital because at some point you need to get an appraiser in there if you're getting a loan. And without an appraisal, a bank will not give you a loan, and without permission to enter a house, it's pretty hard to get an appraiser in there. So what we did is contacted the owners and asked for permission, written permission to enter with an appraiser, which they gave us. So then once you drive by, if you're interested, try to contact the owner. If your bank will give you a loan, make sure you have the appraisal. Basically, at this time, once you make sure it's the house you want, you're going to start watching that. You're going to start watching for the bank's opening bid price. In the case of the house we're looking at, in the lower corner, it gives you Gray & Associates as the attorneys for this house. You'll contact Gray & Associates the day before the auction, usually about 24 hours before. They will post the opening bid, and you have no idea what the opening bid is going to be. Gray & Associates does on their website the day before will show you what the opening bids are. So here's our property, 800 Western Avenue in Waukesha. Opening bid, $96,000. So at this point, it's about 12 o'clock the day before. And what you're going to want to do is, now if $96,000 sounds like the price you want to go with, and although it looks like it's valued at $140, there could be an opportunity to make money here. So what you do is right away run that title search. The title search I ran cost $75. It's not insured, but it's 99% accurate. At that point, once you get the title, you'll send it to your attorney, have them review it, and when they get back to you, go to the bank and get a check for the money. You can call any attorney's office the day before or week before and ask for that opening bid price. That's very important. So now, when you're going to the auction, what you have in hand is a cashier's check made out to the county clerk of courts that you're going to. And that I would make it out for $1 more, and then I would bring some cash along in case you do have to bid on this property, because you have to put 10% down in cash on the spot. The auction goes very fast. really nobody bids at these anymore. The attorney that I talked to, that we bought the house from, said that back in 2005, 1 out of 10 houses would be bid on by somebody. These days it's more like 1 out of 100. So I'd recommend going down there and sitting through one of these auctions just to get used to it. But basically what you're going to do is, as soon as you bid, you're going to put 10% down on the spot with your cashier's check. And at that point, the plaintiff's attorney is going to mail a deed to the courthouse with your name on it, saying you own it. But what happens is the judge needs to look at this sale to make sure it's legal and that nobody's giving anything away here. And our judge made sure that it was within 80% of the actual property value, of the priced value. So basically what happens is you wait a couple weeks for the judge to set a confirmation hearing, and that can be anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks out. You show up for the confirmation hearing, and the judge will deem the sale legal, at which point you go with the plaintiff's attorney. He'll make sure it's within, our judge made sure it was within 20% of the mortgage value. This was with Bank of America. And Bank of America actually had the opening bid price at 20% off the value they believed the house was at. So after the hearing, you go to the deeds office and you pay for the property with a full cashier's check from your bank or cash. We had cash backup on hand. I took a loan out on our 401k and other things, just in case if the bank makes a mistake, you could be out your deposit. Once you put that cash deposit down, it is gone. Other things can happen. People can claim bankruptcy before the confirmation hearing, and it can delay your money up for 6 to 8 months. It can take a long time, so there are some other risks. Once you pay for the property, you'll get a deed and a receipt. Take that deed to the Register of Deeds, pay $30, and at that point you own the property. Fees that were involved: the initial title search was $75. Our lawyer fee ended up being $800. The total final title work for everything was $800, and then $1,300 closing cost with the bank. So basically, the trickiest part is making sure there's no liens or second mortgages in that short time window you have. But working 4 to 6 weeks ahead on these properties by checking the website. Our website posts them 4 to 6 weeks in advance. And feel free to contact the attorneys on that page of the mortgage and ask them, if they have the opening bid price yet and what it'll be. And that's really the way to go about it. So hopefully this was helpful. Ask any questions. In the end, it went smooth for us, and we ended up getting a great deal on a property. But you have to be very, very careful, and hopefully you can get in the property ahead of time, because it is owned by the owners, not by the bank. In this process, the bank is trying to get the title back from the owners after they have defaulted on their payments. So basically, you're going in and outbidding the bank to legally own this property, and that's why you don't get to go in it. It's not really set up for a public nature. So any questions, leave them. Thanks.